Good morning here. Welcome inside the Kamloops Curling Club. Draw number 5 here of the Crown of Curling. Jordan Kiss with you on this beautiful Saturday morning. It's a all non-BC matchup here. Team Han of China versus Team Pierce from Alberta. And Team Pierce will get things going here, throwing the yellow rocks. Team Han winning the hammer due to the draw of the button at the end of practice. And Sarah Moore, the lead for Team Pierce. Team Pierce 1-1 so far. It's feeding Team Hidima and losing to Corinne Brown in an extra end. As for their opponents, Team Han, 2-0. Picking up victories over Diane Gushlak and Team Hidima. We'll play the hit and roll. So, Team Pierce, as mentioned, from Edmonton, Alberta. Third event on the World Curling Tour this season. Their best finish was a third place at the Avenir Cashspiel. That one will come to the nose. Although there aren't no BC teams in our feature matchup here this morning. This Crown of Curling is part of the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Ballard Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC. Yujin Ding, the lead here for Team Han, throws her second rock and will hit it and roll to the middle. Ten teams here in Kamloops on the women's side this weekend. Teams are split into 2 pools of 5. They will play everybody in their pool once, plus 1 crossover game for a total of 5 games. You know, all teams played 2 games yesterday, so they'll all play 3 today. So long day ahead for these women's teams here in Kamloops. Top 4 teams make the playoffs. We have the top 2 in each division. There will be tiebreakers if needed. If there's 2 tiebreakers, the first of the 2 will take place tonight at 10:30, and then the second one at 9 tomorrow morning. And if there's just the 1 tiebreaker required, then it'll be 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Of course, 5 rock rule in effect here. 8 ends of play, no time limit, no timeouts. Extra end if needed. And that one will come to the nose, and we're slowly creeping up to the free guard zone here, as with all these nose hits. Now, Team Pierce trying to prevent that by doing a little hit and roll in. Team Pierce second, Megan Anderson there with another nose hit. I think he hit nose on this one. It should stay in. Looks like there's enough room if you tell from our... I guess you can't tell. I can tell there's a little overhead camera here behind sheet 4. This one is hanging a little bit and will hit it, but will roll out. So a free draw here for third Jennifer Van Wieren. That one comes to the nose. Their other event for Team Pierce was the Booster Juice Shootout. They went 1-4. You know, they played Sarah Works, Team Brown in that spiel as well. So a little maybe new to you and me, but to some of the teams on the ice there, we've had some games against them. As Team Han makes the hit and roll to the 12-foot. So nose hit here again, try to roll in. Will hit and they will roll. Roll to the other side of center. That was the job of rolling towards the middle here. Still another open hit. The last of the third rocks here. Manny Wang. Perfectly made on the nose. So for a skip now, Melissa Pierce, a chance to throw her first rock in this one. Teams are pretty much perfect in this. And Team Han did have the one shot where they ruled out, but other than that, everything's been made so far. Nice clean first end. Our draw number 5 here, first of 4 more games on tap today. This one will hit, and will it stick? And it just will hang on in the 12-foot. Not giving Team Han the free draw. Again, open hit here. Stick in the rings. Or skip CU Han. This team from Changchun, China. Still at the junior age, I believe. So a couple of young international teams here on the women's side here in Kamloops this weekend. We saw last night Team Margarena of Russia. Young junior team. Team Han here. The junior level as well. A lot of international flair here. Teams from China, Russia. 2 Japanese men's teams are here as well as another Chinese team. And we have Team Pierce of Alberta. So a nice mix here for a great event in Kamloops as that hits and rolls out. So just a free draw here. Great chance for Melissa to get her draw weight down early without any consequences, whether she makes it or misses it. You're fine hitting it anywhere in the paint right now, but again, you're going to pick a time to throw, choose a spot where you want to put this rock and make it. So if you want it on the 4-foot, put it on the 4-foot. Now, sweepers are on this out of her hand. They will drag it in. They will get to the 8 foot, so it'll be a blank attempt here for Team Han. So last rock underway. Blank attempt. Take the hammer to the second end. And this one, maybe trying to make it the other way now. And they will catch a lucky break here, and they will still make the blank here. So blank end in the first end. Team Han will take the hammer end to end number 2, which is up next here from Kamloops with the crown of curling.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
End number 2 underway here in Kamloops, the crown of curling after a blank end in end number 1. Team Han will have the hammer once more. Six games in total here going on this morning. We'll run through of the matchups over on sheet 2. It's Sarah Worked versus Brett Richards. Sheet 3, Diane Gushla against one of the 2 hometown teams on the women's side, Corinne Brown. Sheet 5, it's Jim Cotter versus Team Matt Smore. That's on the B block on the men's. Of course, men's a triple knockout format. And sheet 6, it's Team Ebby versus Team Hidima. And on sheet 7, it's the other team from Kamloops, Carla Thompson, against the Team Magalayan of Russia. So the first rock from Team Pierce comes into the rings, and Team Han are going to elect to hit it once more. And so far early on, after 2 rocks, we're on pace for another blank. But things could change. Sarah Moore, her second rock here. Right on the beak. Yuzhending. Good, another chance to play the hit. That will hit and stick full in the 12 foot. Team Pierce throwing the yellow rocks, and the yellow rocks have been given some teams some fits yesterday, especially on the skip rocks. I believe it's the yellow 7 rock, if I'm not mistaken. That's just a little slower and curls a little more. And some teams have picked up on it. Some teams haven't. We saw Brett Richards yesterday kind of struggle with it. So we'll see if Team Pierce picks up on it. And they will hit. And will it stick? It will not. It'll hang in play, but won't stay in the house. So maybe a chance to throw the corner guard here for Team Han. But they're going to come to it. We'll kind of use it as backing here. Freeze to it. Don't have to perfectly freeze. You maybe get lucky enough it jams, and you'll have a chance to sit two at some point during the end. Tong Liu. The second. This one will over curl, but it was pretty close here. So maybe a rock length width, whatever you want to call it. It's round behind T line. So again, going to hit here. Can't over curl. Want to avoid the jam. Again, try to roll. No, you could stick up there and, hope Team Han makes the jam. Jam's yours into your own. Well, this one is moving. Haven't seen too many hits going this way. And they will get it on the nose. A nice sweep. Megan Anderson with a nice shot. So we're on now to the last of the second rocks here in two. Really the first time from what I can recall of playing some hits on this side going towards the boards. And this has definitely been curling a lot towards the middle, getting a lot of finish out some of these rocks. And then if you're a little further out, some teams have been got caught in a straight spot and the rock doesn't finish. Saw a weird one last night for Morgan Ebby in her last shot. She made a draw before and it curled a ton, but her last one had the same shot and it didn't curl up on them. And they eventually, it cost them the game there. So Mike Berklinger, the head ice tech here, done a good job, but it's been a little tricky to read. Going to clean this one. Will hit and it will hang around and end up in the 8-foot. And Team Han going to try to roll towards the right here in front of the yellow one. Again, hoping for a jam from Team Pierce. This one will get a little roll. A little roll to center. This will be another open hit here. Then nose, little roll away. You could roll towards your yellow one. Again, Team Pierce, hope Team Han Johns. That way you could, split and hopefully force here in two. They're on it out of Jennifer's hand here. This one is moving once it gets across center line. So hard on it for a piece. And there's the miss Team Han was hoping for. Although, really tough not to leave a double for Team Pierce. I think, you know, where they want to put it. If you don't want to leave a double and you want to go this way, you're going to... Hold up here. There we go. So if you don't want to leave a double, you want it kind of angled on this side of the yellow rock, which was you used to see. Or you have to be dead even with it, so. We'll see where the sweepers can bring this. And it will come just short of tee, but again, that double is there for Melissa. A little thin, but definitely makeable. And surely worth a shot. As long as you get one, you're most likely again going to have another double opportunity on your next one. So hit the red on the right first, come to the one in the middle, sit one. They will hit. I'm just going to hit and roll on top here. And roll a little too far. But we'll group these stones together. So if Team Han doesn't make a good roll, they'll make a double. I still think, you know, going to be tough for Team Han not to leave a double. You can't roll away without, you know, hitting your one with the yellow hitting the one on the back four. You're probably going to roll this area over here. And even if you go to the 8-foot over here, still, Melissa Pierce will have a double on her last. First rock for CU Han here in 2. And on it early. You can see once it crosses the center, it's going to go. And gotta make sure this one doesn't jam, and it will make contact with the red, but likely it doesn't go out. But they will roll the shooter out. So a chance here for Team Pierce just to hit this red one, and again, most likely looking at a blank here. Last rock for Melissa Pierce here into hit stick, avoid the jam. And the hit will be made. So Team Han looking to blank the first 2 ends here. The Kamloops crown of curling. Draw number 5. So in the hack now. Peel this yellow one out and keep control of the hammer. Sweepers haven't touched this one. I'll make it curl. Looks like it's going to curl a bit for a piece. So I'm just going to clean it. And the blank is made here. So through 2 ends, we remain scoreless here at the Kamloops Crown of Curling. Third end is on its way, plus a little update of the other games going on right now.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never-back-down, full-of-heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
Draw 5, Kamloops Crown of Curling. Of course, our feature game isn't the only game going on right now, so quick update on the other games. Over Sheet 2, Team Richards versus Team Warwick. Team Richards up 1-0 as they play the Skipper Rocks in the second end. Sheet 3, Corinne Brown is up 1-0 over Diane Gushalak as they are still in end number 2. Sheet 5, men's action. Team Matsamore versus Team Cotter. They blanked the first end. Lots of more rocks in play in the second. Sheet 6, Team Hadima up 1-0 over Team Ebby. And Sheet 7, Team Magdalene up 2-0 over Carla Thompson as Carla heads down to throw her last rock in 2. Jordan Kiss with you. Of course, we are inside the Kamloops Curling Club. End number 3 here, blank the first 2 ends. Crown of Curling is part of the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC as well. I'd like to give a shout out to our new partner here at Curl BC, Original 16 Beer, the new official beer of Curl BC. You can check out curlbc.ca to read more about the partnership, as they will be sponsoring the provincial club championships this season and for a few more to come. And you can also learn at curlbc.ca how to get Original 16 at your bar in your curling club. Also go to curlbc.ca for all info on coaching courses. You want to become a coach, officiating, ice tech. Playdowns are coming up. Maybe you want to register for playdowns. You can do that as well online at curlbc.ca. And also follow CurlBC on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. CurlBC has it. And keep up to date on all the latest news from curling here in this province. It looks like we're going to have a little more rocks in play as Team Pierce threw up the center and Team Hine put the corner guard up. Team Pierce going to play the come around, and it will come top 12. Looks like just biting the 8-foot. It's partially open here for Team Hahn, so they're going to maybe throw some hack weight at it, trying to roll to the wing. Looks to be about half buried, safe to say. Maybe a little more. This one is on the yellow guard. We'll see if it goes out of play, because if it does, we have to put it back. And it will. So the rock will go back. Pretty close. The rock doesn't have to go back in the exact same spot. It has to be in the spot where both teams agree it should be placed. So, say for example, you know, the yellow rock was half buried. So if they decide to, after it's taken out, they decide to put it back and decided to fully cover the rock, as long as both teams agree that that's the spot for the rock, you're allowed to place it there. That's something I learned last week in Vernon at the Rick Cotter. So it's like a come around draw here. Even a tap. Could come the other way, a little more room. But they know this path a little better. As Wade's pretty close here, gotta just get it by the top one, and it just will. And Megan Anderson with a fantastic draw. And now Team Hand can remove this yellow guard. You can get all these yellows moving here. You see he's putting the broom ahead there. And you could make a triple. So Rock is underway here. This to curl a bit. They will get one and just go over the third one, but they will remove two. Great shot. So just put a guard on it right now for Team Pierce. Just waiting on this one to move. This is pretty close. A little late finish here, as you can see. Lots of finish. That is a nice shot from Megan. Perfectly covering her rock in the house. And because it is tight, Team Han here. Going to try and, kind of make two shots with one here. Peel it out. Plus the roll in, behind their corner guards and maybe bite the top 12. This one's not curling enough for them, so they'll just get the peel. And another guard here for Team Pierce. Will probably see them throw this guard for as long as they want to. Ideally, you throw it for the rest of your 4 rocks here. Set up a force, maybe get a steal of 1 here. This one's a little tighter line. Might as well bring this one in now. Kind of caught in between, so. Over curl, leaves a high guard off the center line. A chance for Team Han to play the roll. You can roll behind the yellow. You can try to roll behind your reds. You can roll behind your reds, there'll be no way to access it. And you might see Team Pierce just ignore it. Go around their center guard. This one is staying a little straighter than what they hoped. Will come just off the nose. So hit and roll opportunity here. Behind your yellow one. right now. It's going to be close. They will roll. They will roll to the hole. Is there room here? Looks like from our camera here, there is enough room. You can even probably roll behind your corner guards. On this one, it will hit, and will it stick? They will just hang on in the 12-foot, but it's wide open. So for Team Pierce, they're going to go after it here. You don't want that one counting if you decide to draw in. 'Cause if you draw in, you're going to have to make it perfect. You could draw in here, then you might see Team Hot Peel, then you hit the open one and you force to one here. First time really at all so far this weekend if we've gone this far out here on the 12-foot side in the wings. So we'll see what it does. Will come to the nose and get a slight roll. But still open here. Another opportunity to roll behind their corner guards. Then Team Pierce, if you do, will most likely be forced to draw around their yellow one. I don't, if there's enough room. There's definitely not enough room to draw to go between the yellow and the red ones. Maybe if they can see a piece of the red one, they'll try for a hit. This shot has to be made first. This one will come to the nose. And will be another hit here again. Try to roll. Teams are keeping their weight up here towards the wings, just to be a little safer. You don't know if it's going to take off. I think it's definitely a little straighter the further out you go. The last rock for Team Pierce here in 3. Now, make this red one go away. That's the goal. That's the goal. And they will get a little roll, will they? And they won't. So it looks like we'll have another blank here in 3. See who can make this last one. So going to be last rock, third end. Another blank opportunity here for Team Han. 2 for 2 so far. Just one a little further out. This one will hit it, and we have another blank end. So through 3 ends here in Kamloops, we remain scoreless. 4th end is coming up. Will somebody score in the 4th? You'll have to stick around to find out here. It's Kamloops Crown of Curling.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You gotta see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
And number 4 here, Team Hahn versus Team Pierce. Blank in the first 3 ends, and again, these teams will set up the guards here. So the last time they did that still ended up as a blank, but maybe this one will change. It's the Kamloops Crown of Curling, part of the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance, where Curl BC members can benefit from a discount on car, home, condo, and tenant insurance, on top of any other savings, discounts, and benefits you are already eligible for. So when you do call Bel Air Direct, be sure to mention that you are a Curl BC member to them, and you can receive your exclusive premium just because you're a Curl BC member. Also like to thank Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, as well as Via Sport and the government of BC, who are supporting all events on all BC curling tours this season through Hosting BC. And thank you to them for making this stream possible. There's men's and women's tours here. Junior Tour has a weekend off, but they'll be here at the Kamloops Curling Club next weekend for their 4th of 5 events. We will not be streaming the Junior Spiel here next weekend, but we will be in Kelowna the weekend after for the final event on the men's and women's tours. It's on the Remembrance Day long weekend, the Kelowna Double Cash. That will be a must-watch event. Of course, we're always improving things here on our streams. Our producer Marcio working really hard, here while we're streaming on the weekends, even back at home when we're off. We have a new far-end camera, and we just in the testing phases of what we can do with it. And there's going to be so the finals, we're really going to start to amp up our broadcast here. But Kelowna, oh boy, I know what's in store for Kelowna, and it's going to be a fantastic viewing experience. As the first 3 rocks here come short of the house, so long come around here for Team Han. I'd also, of course, like to thank you for joining me here on this Saturday morning. I'd like to thank as well the Kamloops Curling Club, Rob Norden, manager, Mike Merklinger, Ice Tech, as well as all the volunteers here for another fantastic event. This rock will come to the button there, but it is wide open. There's Kelowna, our next event we're streaming. And then the next one scheduled after that will be the Junior Provincials from Victoria at the end of December, the beginning of January. Still, you know, we could be doing, in terms of future streaming, still no word on Penticton for the Ashley Home Stores Classic. That is a huge event for a men's only event. But you have all of the best teams. The Dean's going to be there. Kevin Cooey, Brad Gushu, Mike McEwen, Brendan Botcher, you name it. They're going to be there. And still no word yet if we're going to be streaming that event. I think still some details to be worked out. And you never know. We could also be streaming some playdowns here in BC in the Lower Mainland. Of course, men's and women's playdowns in Abbotsford, beginning of December. And the junior playdowns there are in the brand new club in Chilliwack. That's end of November, early December as well. I don't know the exact dates of that, so could be lots more streaming to come in the next couple of months as we're running down to playdown season and getting set for provincials. Of course, we'll be doing junior provincials, as I mentioned. We'll also be in Cranbrook for men's and women's provincials in January. So lots more to come on Curl BC TV. And we're having some more rocks in play here. And Team Han going to go around their corner guard here and try to sit 2. And it'll just come up short. So hit and roll opportunity here for Team Pierce behind their yellow one. So they're going softer weight at this one. Taking lots of ice. After their last one over curled. This is going to be close. If they wait too long, they will hit and they will roll, but they will roll behind the corner. And Team Han could probably see enough of this to hit. I don't know if it's enough to roll. Could definitely roll behind the yellow. I don't know about rolling behind the red here. So it is going to navigate the port here. Get through. That's what you want. This is going to be close. It just nicks the red. It's a nick. And a lucky break there for Team Han as their shooter will roll out. Tough one to call, those ones. Through the port, especially that narrow. But they get away with it. Fortunately, roll out, so Team Pierce here has a chance to play the come around. Now that yellow one's a little closer to center. So in a way, definitely help Team Pierce a little bit on that one. So that one will come to the center line there. Looks like half buried. So again, soft weight for Team Han. Try to roll a bit to the right. Roll the wing. Bringing on this one a curl for him. will hit the yellow and will hit it just enough. And the red will spill out. So Rocks aren't liking to stay in the rings here. As Team Pierce will attempt the draw one more time. As they're shooting it to bury it here. And it will just bite center. So a little more room here for Team Han. Still not easy to go to the inside. You could try, play back 4 weight at it. Tap the yellow to the back of the 4 and sit for shot and make it difficult for Team Pierce to remove your shooter. Kind of the same shot here, hack weight. More room here. If you get to nose, that'll be nice. Last of the third rocks here in 4. But again, this one is taking its time. And we'll curl a little bit at the end. And they will roll to the 8-foot. And are we looking at maybe another blank here? Team Pierce, you still try to roll. Well, if you roll, you'll be back 4, back button, and maybe a rock that Team Han can freeze to. So, risk if you roll and you don't make it enough, you move closer. It makes it easier for Team Han to make the roll behind. And you could nose here. And Team Han will attempt the long roll. Wanting to stick in the rings at least, and it will. Now it's so far on the 12-foot. Team Han could just ignore it here. You can try to go around your corner guard. I like going around the yellow one here. The yellow one not a threat to them. So we're going to go around the center guard. And it looks like we're going to get some points here in this 4th end, folks. Looks like somebody's going to score. First, let's get rocks for Team Han here in 4. Draw behind the yellow one. Now top 8, top 4. If you're button, no, safe to say Team Pierce will freeze right to it, and then you're going to be forced to 1 or have a really tough shot for 2. Waiting on this one to curl. Waits close. And that will come to the top 8-foot, but it is open here for Team Pierce. So you can hit and roll. And depending where you roll, you should be able to force. Roll in the wrong spot, there might be a double and a blank opportunity for Team Han. So maybe the blank is still alive here. So you're trying to stick it, hit as much as you can see. Kind of block that draw path a bit, make the hit really difficult. This is looking nice here from Melissa. They will remove the red, so now it's sitting 2 without the hammer. And just a nose hit for 1. You put up the first points in the game here. So we're about to hit the halfway mark. So needs to stick around in the 12-foot. And we'll hit it right on the nose here. So score 1 for Team Hound in the 4th end. They'll take the 1-0 lead as we're halfway through this one here in Kamloops. The crown of curling end number 5 in the second half of this game. Team Hound, Team Pierce is next.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never back down, full of heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
With 5th end underway here in Kamloops. Crown of curling draw number 5. A score of 1 for Team Han in the 4th for the first points in this game, and for the first time, Team Pierce will have the last rock advantage as that rock over curls. Updating on the other scores going on right now over on sheet 2. Teamwork, Team Richards tied at 2 apiece as they play 4. Graham Brown holds a 3-0 lead over Diane Gushalak. So they are early on in the 4th end. Sheet 5, Team Matsumura versus Team Cotter. Matsumura up 1-0 as they play 4. Sheet 6, Team Hidima up 2-1 over Team Ebi. And on sheet 7, Team Magdalena of Russia up 5-2 on Carla Thompson. Our next featured game is at 12:30. It'll be men's seaside action. Another international matchup. Team Misui of Japan versus Team Kang of China. And then at 4:30, it will be either Team Craig We're Team Wood versus the loser of Team Tardy and Team Giel in the A, who will be playing in the A final for a spot in the semifinals. And then at 8 o'clock tonight, Kareem Brown versus Team Hidima. That should be a very exciting one. And that is what is on tap for today. As Team Han takes out their own rock. And for Team Pierce, chance to split. Light's okay here. You leave yourself a corner. That's all right. So looking back 8 foot here. Don't want to leave a double. And we'll come to the back tee line. So it's just a hit and roll here, hit and roll on top. You're going to need to throw a lot of weight to make the double, so hit and roll is the easier shot. No, gonna try to group the rocks together. Hopefully, leave yourself a double for later on in the end. No, they did oversweep it a bit. No, they didn't. That's pretty good. It'll come for second shot behind the yellow. I wouldn't expect Team Pierce to go after it. A little risky. And if you try to hit it, you could take your own out. So I'm going to do the same shot here. Play the split. Like to be second shot. This one is coming up light. It will be a corner guard. So we'll see what Team Han does. They're going to like to take the yellow out. Now, depending on where this goes, say they just peel the yellow out. You know, Team Pierce could go behind their corner guard. Will get the yellow out. The red one will make a move, and now sitting 2 here without the hammer is Team Han. So we're gonna hit and roll on top. Just over here. Again, hope for a jam. Another on it for a piece right now. Maybe make a thin double. Get the one that roll over top. And Team Han going to appeal this yellow guard. Maybe hit and roll for a center. You know, you leave the center guard up, you're gonna see Team Pierce go around it. I'm fine with the straight peel. You're on pace for another blank. just get the peel. So Team Pierce, you can hit. You can play the freeze if you want to. Try to keep the deuce alive. So they're going to, hit it. Blank. The shot is made right on the nose. So we'll exchange hits again. And each team hoping the other one can miss. Then if you're Team Han, you can set up a force, or Team Pierce maybe get your 2. They will hit and they will stick. We're going to play the hit one more time, Team Pierce. Right on the nose. It's draw number 5 from the Kamloops Crown of Curling. Jordan Kiss with you inside the Kamloops Curling Club here in the Okanagan in beautiful BC. 4th event of 5 on the BC Women's Curling Tour, presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western. So Skip Brock's now here in 5. Just hit and stick here. See you, Han. From this team from China. This one needs to stay straight here. And it will hit enough. And it will roll out. So draw here for Melissa Pierce. Put it anywheres. We're going to go to the right side here. Keep it in the paint. So this one looks like it'll slide on in. It will come to the tee line. So hit here for Team Han. And then Team Pierce will have their turn at throwing the blank for the 4th blank in 5 ends here. And set in the hack. Last rock for Team Han here in 5. And that will come to the nose. So Team Pierce, as mentioned, their turn to throw the blank here. And take the hammer into the 6th end. You want to blank here, then you'll well, if everything goes to plan, then you outnumber the hammers 2 to 1. So you have the hammer, hopefully, in 6 and 8. So your goal for Team Pierce, score 2 and 6, force to 1 in 7, and then have the hammer come in at the 8th end, and all you need is 1 to win. Playing the blank here. This one's hanging out. Should be okay. And they will get it. So another blank here. Team Han with the 1-0 lead. It's the Kamloops Crown of Curling N number 6. 3 ends to go. And it's all coming up next.
Cheers to the 16 guys who never back down. And to the smooth, refreshing beer with a real beer taste. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
And number 6 underway here in Kamloops. It's the Crown of Curling. Draw number 5. 1-0 lead for Team Han of China over Team Pierce of Alberta. And this is an event on the BC Women's Curling Tour presented by Bel Air Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, where Curl BC members can use this corporate ID code of 0150 4820. I will say that one more time. This code of 0150 4820. You can use that code when you book a room at a Best Western hotel, and you can receive discounted rates up to 19%. Do that when you book your hotel for your next Bonspiel road trip, or maybe just your next summer vacation. You can use that code anytime of the year. You can do that online or by calling 1-800-WESTERN. I'd also like to thank Via Sport and the government of BC, who are supporting all events on the BC Curling Tours this season. Through hosting BC, I'd like to thank them to help as well, making this stream possible. Jordan Kiss with you here, Kamloops Curling Club. As 2 guards are thrown up here. And Kamloops is the tournament capital of Canada. Hosted many big curling events as well. I've had some world championships here. They had the Briar in 2014, where Jim Cotter almost won it all as the home team. Had a junior provincials here not long ago. I remember playing in those ones. That was a lot of fun. They did a really great job hosting, and they're doing another great job here as well this week at the Crown of Curling. And this rock is a little heavy. And will come to the back of the 12. Not a threat here for Team Pierce. I'm going around the corner here. Let's get some rocks in the 4-foot. Do it for everybody watching, Melissa. Do it for everybody watching. Get some rocks in play here. They are going to play the come around. So Sarah Moore with her last rock here in 6. And that will come to the 4-foot. Still open. So chance to get to the inside here. No back line. Hack, just curl enough to get there with Hack. Maybe take another look at this. Not too sure what the question is. Seems pretty straightforward. I guess maybe they're worried about jamming on the red one. And they're just clearing things up. So maybe they're just going to try to roll over to the wing here instead of rolling behind. Again, jam is still a possibility. As we are on second rocks. Tong Liu, the second here. And this one is on the yellow guard. Now, if it comes out, you have to put it back. They will just tap it into the rings here. So right now, yellow sitting 2 with the hammer. Now it's tempting to play the come around. Looks like there's still a hole there. Hit that yellow on the 4-foot. So they're going to peel it off here. No, I think it does leave a double. Like, there is a double on the yellows right now. I'd be tempted to come right in here. I don't think peeling isn't helping you right now. Come in, put a little more pressure on Team Han. So needing this one to curl. Needs to get in there for third shot. Needs full 12. There will be a biter. Tough to tell. Well, it's usable rock for Team Pierce. The port is there. Could run your red in. This yellow one here that Team Pierce just threw is a dangerous rock for Team Hanks. It's a tappable, runnable. No, not really anywhere to hide. But they're gonna hit this one in the 4-foot. Come through the port. Try to roll in towards the middle. If you you take out a guard, that's okay. So they will hit their red and go through everything. They will open up the one on the 4-foot. You can tap. Well, you know, you could come in here. Top 8. And that's going to be the call. You don't want to be too high. Or, you know, Team Han will have, you know, the hit and roll. No matter where you put this one. On the yellow one on the 4. And this will come to the tee line. Well, there is a double here. You can even just, you know, freeze to it if you're Team Han. You can just follow Team Pierce down. So they're going to play off this yellow one here. You couldn't make the double. You can even just hit and roll on top. You can just come off it and just sit right here. Don't have to make the double. This is going to be pretty close here. They'll get to the inside, and they'll just need it to, you know, a little caught in between there. You let curl more, you make the double, and you're sitting buried. But it's only a Team Pierce sitting 1 right now. You could come right on top of your own, but Team Han does have that red to come off of. And they're going to call top 8. You know, bury a little bit. And you could just as well just freeze right on top of your own here. Jennifer Van Wieren, the 3rd here, is her 1st and 6. Now they're on it for weight. That's not heavy, that's for sure. Try to get it full 8 here. That will come up as a center guard, so good spot in there for Team Han, actually. Now they can play the come around draw. Don't have to be shot, even if you're top 4. Good chance of forcing Team Pierce. But if you can freeze it and lock it right on, that is perfect. This one is heavy. That is a rocket. You know, go right on through, hit the back one. So still yellow sitting one, and Han letting Team Pierce off the hook a little bit. So playing the come around, and again, this one is heavy. So Jennifer light on her first, heavy on her second. And needs to curl for the backing. And will go on by. So both teams are letting each other off the hook. Only lost the third rocks. So now on to skip stones here. Same shot here. Both teams missed an opportunity at this come around. So see Han trying to make it now for her team. Up one without the hammer, here in 6. Currently Team Pierce just sitting the 1. Team Han from China, Team Pierce from Edmonton. So come around draw here. Well, they can get it by. It's going to be close. So they are by. And they will come to the top of the 8-foot. So still a Team Pierce sitting 1. And I think you play your tap on your own here. I don't see much else. Tap on your own, and the only shot Team Han will have is the in-off off the red. Or maybe they're going to do that. Talk to Tao with the broom placement. What exactly they're doing here. Here they're playing the in-off, so Team Han doesn't have it. Can hit and roll in. We'll have to wait and see what Melissa throws here for weight. That will determine what the shot is. So they are playing the red. Now it was tight out of her hand, and they're going to bump the red up, but not enough for shot. But does line it up here. And you can go yellow, red, yellow. Both yellows will be removed. And, you know, by the end of it, you could be sitting 1, maybe 2. But they're going to play the come around here, which I like. Come around, you're going to force to 1. I wouldn't, if you freeze right on top of that yellow one, there's no way Team Pierce can get another one in there and score. No. Depending, looks like that yellow one is, you know, behind the tee, so you could probably be able to get shot rock out of this. It's curling enough. You can squeeze your rock between the red and the yellow. So, still a possibility now for Team Han. Last rock for CU Han in 6 without the hammer. This is looking very nice here. Maybe tap the yellow out and sit 2. Well, that is a great shot. It's red sitting 1 for sure. Tough to tell if they're sitting 2. Now there might be a chance to. There might be a red double. Or might, if you run the yellow in, it's there for 1. Probably the worst you're giving up is 2. I think you try it. No, you could even just give up 1 doing that. I don't see how you can make it worse. Pretty tough to be able to remove that yellow one. You have to hit the yellow, the one you're hitting is super thin. But even then, you're gonna give up 2. I'd go for it here. I don't. You know, that's there for 1. This run back here is there for 2. And I think your chances of making it are a little higher. It's easier to punch this red out this way. There we go. Than it is through this hole. You have to be a little more precise. So kind of come in almost on the nose. Hit that thin, and this one will go out this way. And this guy will deflect off and come out here. And you could score 2 out of it. So a chance to finally get on the board. They shot against 1. I'm going to say it's a shot against 2. I think that red one on the top one just out counting the yellow one. So Melissa Pierce, a big shot to take the lead with 2 ends to go. Sweepers haven't touched this one yet. Needs to curl for him. Will get it, and they will just get the 1. That'll be a steal of 1 here for Team Han in 6. They'll take the 2-0 lead. 2 ends to go, and number 7 from Kamloops is next.
Miles ago, champ.
Shouldn't we be going faster?
Nah, with Bel Air Direct, you can save money on your optional car insurance by driving safely.
Up to 25%. Slow and steady, champ.
Save up to 25% for safe driving on your optional car insurance with Bel Air Direct.
Getting set for your end number 7 here in Kamloops at the Crown of Curling. A steal of 1 for Team Han in 7. They have the 2-0 lead. Team Pierce still with the hammer. On the other games going on right now, sheet 2 through 6 ends. It looks to be 3-3 for Team Work and Team Richards. Sheet number 3, Corinne Brown has a 5-1 lead over Diane Gouchelak as they are on third stones in the 6th. Sheet 5, Team Matsumoto, 4-0 lead over Jim Cotter. That's on the B side in the men's block. sheet 6, Team Ebby up 4-2 over Team Hidima. And on sheet 7, Carly Thompson crawling back, now trailing 5-4 to Team Margolayan of Russia. Team Han throwing up the center guard, looking to force Team Pierce to a single in 7. That way he'll be up 1 with the hammer. Coming into the last end. Sarah Moore going to play the come around draw here, but this one is wide. Once you get in the forefoot, it'll start to move, but until it gets there, you're going to have to wait for it. That'll come to the back button. They're going to freeze on it here. You can try a hit and roll out. Then you do leave the same draw, so freeze here for Team Han. Yujin Ding, the lead. You gotta be there. You don't want to be late on this one. Sweepers haven't gone off it since it left Yujin's hand. And it is light. And it will come just short, guarding the yellow one. Good news, it's still open, so they can use it. It's Team Pierce. You can draw around. You can come around the other way, too. I don't mind sending, button over here. That's what Melissa's going to do. So a quick update over on sheet 2. Sarah Bork with a 2-ender in 6. She holds a 5-3 lead over Brett Richards. Or Sarah Bork, the defending BC Women's Champion. Sarah Moore with 2 nice draws here in the 7th end. The yellow one there is just, partially open. Just a little bit. You can type your own up here. You could peel your own center guard off. You're allowed to do that. I'd be tempted to do that. Maybe kind of peel that off, then, bounce this one in. Again, Team Han, you want to force to 1 here. You're fine with giving up 2, but you don't want to give up a 3. And then trail. You'd be fine with stealing here as well. And got 3 without the hammer. I like your chances. So you can even, you can even just play the straight come around here. Yellow Rock's behind the tee line. I think that's a nice shot as well. A couple options here. So we're going to play, hack back line way to this yellow one. I think maybe try to get to nose that and just tap it through. Looking pretty close. They will hit it and will just get a bye. Let's play the come around here. Not much else. Yeah, I don't really have any other options right now for Team Pierce. They're on it for line. Waits close, and it's just going to take off here at the end. He just loses its handle. It went absolutely sideways. And now Team Han, I like doing the same shot. The last one could have picked. Seen definitely a couple picks over the games we've had here. Yeah, come right to it. And Team Pierce is going to be chasing and going to be scrambling to score their one. An update over on sheet 5. A blank and 6 between Team Cotter and Team Matsumura. Matsumura still with the 4-0 lead. Spray on this to curl. It's looking pretty nice. If I can just finish a hair. That is a beauty. So red, sitting 1. And Team Pierce is going to have to peel. I think that yellow one's going to stick around. At least try to get some reds moving here. We'll just get the 1. I think you put up another guard here. Kind of right on the center line. Team Pierce doesn't have anything on the right side. No, they could, run that in, make a red double. Risky, but right now it's all they have to get that red one off the button. If they can come in this way, maybe play a tap and set something up for yourself. For now to third rocks here in 7. So it looks like it's just going to be a guard here. Wang, the 3rd. And over on sheet 7, after being down 5-2, Carl Thompson has come back to tie it up 5-5 against Team Margolin. So they play 7. And on sheet 6, Team Hidima with 1 in 6. Now trail 4-3 to Team Ebi. And that rock from Team Han just comes over the hog line, but does the job for the most part. And they will move the front here. Opening things up now for Team Pierce. Then trying to make sure they can get 1. So Team Han here is going to just remove the yellow. You could throw a guard up at this one. I think, you know, you throw a guard, Team Pierce peels it off, then you know, play the hit on your next one. I like waiting a little longer. Because there's no way Team Pierce is going to get that red one off the button without moving the yellow one. So they will come, the red one will spill, and they will sit on the button, covering the pin. So soft weight hit and roll thing behind the two reds. You even freeze to it. Oh, you freeze, you risk Team Han guarding it, then you're going to have nothing. I like trying to go inside here. Gives yourself the best chance to score two. Looks like maybe hack weight. Usually when they tap the foot, that means hack. They get by the top one first, and they'll hit it, but make contact with the one on the button and roll the other way. So got a little lucky there. Still leaving the forefoot open. Now yellow is second. Now you hit this one. Team Pierce is drawing around. I don't see them going after this one. They could freeze in the pocket. I consider try rolling towards the middle here. You just hit the forefoot on the right side. Team Pierce might still ignore it, but at least you get one more in there. So, play the hit here. We're now down to skip rocks here in 7. It's a 2-0 lead for Team Han. Blanked 4 of 6 ends so far. And they're going to go the other turn. Let's see who's going to reset in the hack. They will hit and they will roll and bite the forefoot. Again, tempting for Team Pierce to, you know, play the straight draw. You have the hammer, forefoot still open. You can get shot rock out of it. And hopefully leave yourself a chance for 2. Personally, I don't see the point to freezing here. Now, if you're going to play the draw, might as well bury it. Because the freeze has to be perfect. Freeze has to be absolutely perfect. Although if you freeze on the right side of it, Team Han probably won't be able to get it out. If you can sit right here, this rock will be prevent Team Han from removing the yellow. So if you do that, you know, you won't sit one. That way you, yeah, because you do that, you won't be sitting one, and Team Han might just bury behind the forefoot, then you're forced to one. So if you're Going to score your 2 here. Burying is the call. So Melissa Pierce delivering her first rock here in 7. You got to get it there. You got to get her there, and it will be light. So Team Han, chance to play the come around, sit 4 without the hammer. Yeah, that's fine too. Don't have to bury. Come top 8, top 12. And Team Pierce will have draw here, the 4-foot or single. Last rock for Team Han in the 7th end. Just gonna guard their red one here. Top 12. This is looking pretty nice. Just keep it straight. And that should do it. Although the red one is still open. But not an easy shot. They are sitting 4. So for Team Pierce, it is open. So you could play hit weight, hack board, whatever you want to play at it, control. It's all there. But they're going to just draw to it. Draw against 4. A chance to finally get on the board and trail by 1 hit into the last end. It's the Kamloops Crown of Curling. Don't forget our next draw. 12:30, Team Yasui versus Team Kang. Men's action. So a quick update on that. Just changed the 12:30 game. It's going to be Gila versus Tardy on the A side. A final. So that's coming up at 12:30. Team Pierce, this is looking really nice here. Try to curl to get shots, and they will. Team Pierce will score their first points here in 7. They'll trail 2-1 heading into the last end. That's the Kamloops Crown of Curling 8th end. Last end is coming up.
Cheers to the 16 guys who never back down. And to the smooth, refreshing beer with a real beer taste. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
And we're ready to get going here in end number 8. Draw number 5, the Kamloops Crown of Curling. Presented by Ballard Direct Insurance and Best Western, the official hotel of Curl BC, of course sponsoring the BC Women's Curling Tour. Team Han up 1 with the hammer as that one comes up light from Sarah Moore and a very costly mistake early on here for Team Pierce. Update over on sheet 2. Team Richards gets their 2 back over to Sarah Wark. So that one is tied up, heading into the 8th end. Sarah Wark with the hammer. I'm just going to throw this one through. Any rock is a usable rock right now for Team Pierce. So Team Han keeping it open. Want to throw the easiest shot they can on the last. And final over on sheet 5. Team Matsamura defeating Team Cotter. Team Matsamura will continue on the B side. Team Cotter dropping down to the C. And again, they'll hog this one. So that's 2 hog rocks for Team Pierce here in 8. And you can't get your guards up here. It's going to be really tough to steal. Honestly, right now for Team Pierce, you're hoping for a miss. That's all you can hope for, and just goes to show the importance of the lead rocks, especially at the end of the game. So to get those guards up, your chances of stealing go way up. But just right now, throw a guard, hope Team Han misses a peel. And ideally, by the time you get to Team Han's last, for Team Pierce, you want them to be facing 2 yellow stones. So they're playing a shot against the win. And we do have another final. Sheet 3, Team Brown defeating Team Gushalak. Krim Brown going to 3-0. There's our future matchup. Team Han 2-0. Team Pierce 1-1. Both teams will have 2 more games today. Whale peel. Now update sheet 7, Carla Thompson stealing 1 for the 3rd end in a row. Now holds a 6-5 lead over Team Margarian. After 3 ends, Margarian was up 5-2, and Carla Thompson has taken 1 in each end since. And Team Ebby has a 7-3 lead over Team Hidima, and they're going to play the 8th. Team Hidima 0-2, desperately needing a win to keep their playoff hopes alive, And that'll be our feature game later today at 8 o'clock against Corinne Brown. We'll be on later on tonight. Another peel is made from Team Hondas. We're down to the third rocks here in 8. Jennifer Van Weeren throwing the guard again, hoping for a miss. And for nose, a flash. Even if they just stick around for a corner, it's something you can use. We're on it here. And again, makes the peel to perfection. I think you throw one more guard here, then you go in. I think you go in top 8, top 12. Hope Team Han noses it, then you draw around it. Or you can draw a back house and hope for a freeze on your last one. So another peel. The young team from China. And they will make it. The red one will go out. So you could try one more guard. Or you go in, you know, top 12. Again, you're still hoping for a miss. Yeah, top 12. Just bite. Hopefully they nose. Or flash. And Melissa Pierce will head down to throw her first from Edmonton, Alberta. She gets set in the hack. Down to skip rocks here in 8. Team Han up one with the hammer. 4 of the 7 ends so far have been blanked. make the center guard. Another peel here. You make it. Safe to say you're going to win. Now they're on to this one. And they will roll. They will leave a corner guard, so something for Team Pierce to draw behind. And then Team Han will have the 8-foot to hit for the win. Alyssa's got to at least be in the house here. Force CU to throw her last. Just need this one to sit here. Should hang around. And we'll come to the back to the 12-foot. So piece of the 8-foot here for Team Han. You win, you go to 3-0. And you put Team Pierce at 1-2. So we'll see if she has draw weight. Sweeper just cleaning the path. Don't want this to pick. Piece of the 8-foot for the win. So they're on it early. And just needs full 8. Oh, they're all coming out here. 4 sweepers on it. It's going to be close. Should be fine here, and they will pick up the W. Team Han defeating Team Pierce 3-1. Team Han going to 3-0. Pierce 1-2. That will do it for our Draw 5 coverage here at Kamloops at the Crown of Curling. Thank you for joining me, Jordan Kiss, here this morning. We'll be back at 12:30. Team Gale versus Team Tardy, men's A block final. Winner will get a spot in the semifinal. So lots on the line there. That should be a good one. Coming up 12:30, Tardy versus Gale. But the final here from Kamloops, Team Han 3, Team Pierce 1.
Woo-hoo. Sick fight. You got to see this. Look. 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 Look.
Shh. I'm saving money.
Save up to 25% on your optional car insurance for safe driving with Bel Air Direct.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never back down, full of heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.